This is such a tug of war message for me today because I've been sitting with your energy. It's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and all morning it's like I've gone through a wide array of emotions sitting with your energy. But this is not you. Unless it is you, it could be reversed. But Aquarius or Cross Watcher, I don't know. I don't know who this is around you, but like whoever's on your mind while you're watching this person, for one, they are heavily in thought, not just about you, but about their entire life, guys. Why it's showing up in your message, I don't really know, but I can't run away from it. Like, I can't get it. In fact, I was like, can I just get, like, I didn't want to get this message. I wanted to get something different. I don't know why. It's not a bad message. It's just that whoever this is, they're not where you're at right now, which is fine. They don't have to be, but I'm going to give an example. We're going to take our time on this message today. One, I have to be a little quiet. I don't want to, my grandma can't hear me, and she's right here in the room next to me, but my mom can hear me, and I think she's trying to rest. And you guys know, if you're new here, my mom just had surgery, and I apologize for this audio because this is all I'm working with right now. It won't last forever, guys, just for now. Let me go ahead with this example to kind of describe what's going on with this person. It's just kind of funky. It's just someone's in a funk a little bit. They're trying not to be. They are. You gotta hand it to them. They're trying not to be, but they just are. It reminds me a lot of kind of my mom right now. She hasn't expressed any of this to me, but it makes me think the idea of, let's say somebody's gotten older. Okay, they're starting to have ailments. Things are starting to happen to them. Now, things can happen to you at any age. There's people who were always struggling in their life with something. But let's say somebody's gotten older in what I'm getting right now, just as an example. It doesn't have to be the exact scenario. It could be a parent of yours or someone who dearly cares for you, okay? And they could be looking at you as worried. But they don't really need to worry, because where you are right now is actually probably the best you've ever been. Now, I'm not saying it in every area. I'm not saying let's say you're struggling financially, but your health is great. Let's say your health isn't so great, but financially you're fine. Let's say spiritually you're doing amazing, but financially it's like, whatever it is, right? It doesn't have to be every area, but you're actually a lot better now in your life than you were ever before. You've done so well. And the fact that you're still on this planet, when some of you, maybe you've had near-death experiences, or you've almost wanted to, or you just had some things that were emotionally, you didn't know how you were going to get through them at the time. Look at you now. But this individual they are looking at you right now, and they're thinking, I hope that you continue to do well. I hope that you continue to strengthen your spirituality. I hope you continue to love yourself. I hope it's like touching the heart. Yeah, something to do with, I love you. Whoever this is loves you, guys, okay? It doesn't even have to be a family member. This could be a friend. This could be a supporter. This could be anyone. Someone who's just like, you don't understand what you mean to me and how much, like, I really see in you, how much I love you, and I want you to succeed more than anything. And I love you so much. Like, I can't stop doing this. I don't feel like crying yet, but I feel like this is very heartfelt. Like, I want, you're very dear to someone. You're dear to someone's heart. Like, I hope that you take care of your body. I hope that you take care of your mind as much as you possibly can. I hope that you realize how precious life is, and that you understand that one day it's not going to be like it is right now. like, it gives me the idea of somebody who's getting older. It's just the example, guys. Again, this doesn't have to be someone older, but it's the best example I can come up with. Let's say someone's getting older and they're not about to pass or anything. I mean, we never know when we're going to pass, though, you know. But they just realize that the realization of mortality has set in. The fact that it's inevitable. And they're just wondering, they're either wondering if you realize this about your own life, or they know that you realize this because they know what you've been through. And they're thinking, man, I don't know, maybe this is someone who's like seeing you and where you are in your life right now is making them realize a lot about themselves, and that you still have so much more time left, and that they hope that you keep going on the path that you're on because you're doing really well. Now listen, for those of you, I don't get this though. I don't feel it. But I'll just throw it out there. For those of you who are in the small group watching this video, Aquarius or Crosswatcher, that maybe you're not in a great place in your life. Maybe you are struggling with addictions or something, or maybe you have a very hard time sometimes keeping it, like even wanting to be here. I don't know what's going on for a very small group of you. First of all, you're not alone. Okay, but second of all, you could have this person, whoever they are, a best friend, a supporter, a family member, who's looking at you like, I hope that you realize how precious your life really is, because I'm older now, or I've been through so much and things can always get worse, and you really have your whole life ahead of you. Like, I just want to see you do better. I want to see you get sober. I want to see you get clean. I want to see you do better. I want to see you reconcile with your children. I'm hearing your child. I want to see you. And if this isn't anyone towards you, oh shit. This could be someone on the outside of you looking at another person and like viewing them like this. Like, I wish that you would step it up for fucking Aquarius or Crosswatcher. Oh my god. Yeah, somebody around them. If you have anyone that's kind of seemed like they just abandoned you, up and neglected you, it doesn't have to be a parent. It can be anyone. Someone around them is like, man, I wish you like realize what you had in Aquarius. Like, I would give anything to have someone that loved me like that at this age. Damn. Now, some of you could be thinking that. Maybe you're thinking that, but like, let's say you have grown children. Some of you could be looking at a grown child of yours and thinking, I wish that you realized tomorrow's not promised, and I want you to take care of yourself and really show up for yourself, not only yourself, but for those that really love you and your child or your children, maybe your grandchildren. Boy, this is very specific. But anyway, the majority of you, I feel like I don't feel it, guys. It feels more overwhelmingly positive on your end. It doesn't mean you don't have bad days. It doesn't mean you don't have days where you just want to lay down and curl into a ball and sleep and shut out the whole day and wait for tomorrow to hurry up. Whoever's in the mind frame of just kind of it just seems like a deep thought, you know, they no sooner like start to feel really good and kind of positive about something, and then they go right back into like, it's not necessarily negative, because I think we all have those sobering moments. I was trying to find the word. We all have those sobering moments where there's a bird flying right towards me, where we sit with ourselves and we're like, man, I'll tell you something I did yesterday. This kind of reminds me of this message right now. I was actually sitting in this bed. This is my mom's spare room. And I've never realized what it felt like to like hold my own hand. I've done this plenty of times, or this plenty of times in my life, or, you know, put my hands, like I've held myself plenty of times, but it's like you don't know how you feel when it's you feeling it. Like, do you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? I don't know how to word this, but last night it was odd. I was completely aware of how I felt. Like, my left hand knew how my right hand felt, as if there were a difference and it wasn't the same person. That's odd, isn't it? And it was like I loved her for a minute. I was like, I love you. Like I felt like she needed me to hold her hand. I hope that makes sense. I felt like she needed me to let her know I was there. Like, it's okay. I've got you. The air just cut on, guys, so it's probably going to be just a little distracting for a minute, even more than the echoing. But that's what I'm getting here. It's this... I know we're not going to be here forever. We, as in the soul speaking to you right now, and the body that she is inside of. We as one will not be here on this planet having a human experience forever. That has a time limit. The body that has kept me safe, although I haven't kept the body safe, the body that has been my best friend and been with me this whole time, my whole experience here as a human, I know that our time is limited. And it was like I just wanted to console her, even though I wasn't sad or anything last night. It was just I felt like she needed to be loved, like she needed to know she was cared for, and that I had her. Like, I'm here, I got you, it's okay. You know, it's like when you hug somebody when they need it. It's like I hugged myself, but by holding my own hand. That's how this feels. But it's somebody thinking that of another. Like, let's say somebody's having surgeries, or they're having a lot of things come up, like health issues because they're getting older. Again, just an example. It doesn't have to be the exact scenario. And they're looking at someone who's younger and still has a lot of years left ahead of them. And they're like, I hope that you understand that time is precious. Like, I hope you take better care of yourself right now. They may not be saying it, but they're thinking it. If it has to do with romance, this could be someone who's like, I hope that you don't choose to stay single forever. If you're celibate, someone could be thinking, maybe someone who's in love with you could be thinking, I hope you choose to let someone in. I hope it's me. I hope you don't choose to stay single forever. Unless that's your truth. If that's your truth, then I respect it, but I really hope that you spread your wings and you can allow one more person in, and I hope that person's me. Maybe I should title this message, I hope that person's me. Now, I know I spent the entire message talking about what wasn't really romantic, but we could definitely apply this romantically, where someone is in love with you, but because of maybe your standards, because of your pain, because you just don't want it. You've lost interest, you don't need it. Whatever it is, it could be innocent. It doesn't have to be from trauma. It could just be you just don't see the point. Or maybe you don't feel like you have a person out there. I don't know what your reasoning is, vice versa. But I definitely get that vibe here where someone's like, it's almost sad in a way. Like, they have good moments, you know, they don't let it get them down. Like, they're not depressed over it, like, oh, my life's gonna end, you know? But it sucks. It's like, damn, it kind of sucks because I'm really, like, I know that I know that I love you. And I know that I would never lie to you. And I would never hurt you. And we would be great together, like. Someone's sad if you haven't given them a shot yet. And it doesn't mean that it's anything personal. It could be, but it doesn't mean it's anything personal. Maybe you just are spending time with you. Maybe you were always a serial dater and always in relationships. I was. And so you need time by yourself, you know? Now, you could have somebody like that who's thinking of another. Maybe someone's thinking of their child this way, even if their kid's a grown adult now. Maybe someone's thinking of their grandchild this way, or a friend, a sibling, whoever, somebody at work. Someone's like, man, you know what? I hope that you do spend some time single and alone. Because, see, it could always flip. It could be on the flip side where someone's thinking, kind of like Gypsy Rose example. And she's a Leo, which would be your opposite. So it could be a Leo here, something to do with a Leo. But anyway, someone could be thinking here, you've been through so much in your life, through relationships and family and just everything. I hope before you leave this earth, if it's meant for you, that you do spend some time alone and not jumping from man to man or woman to woman or relationship to relationship, just so you get to know Gypsy. It's kind of like that, right? Like, I hope you do, so that you don't have to keep hurting and that you get to spend time with yourself. But again, going back to the romantic side of things, someone here may say, well, you've been single a while now, and I don't want to rush you. I'm not trying to tell you when, your time should be to open up again to love, but it's like somebody's ready for something, maybe for some of you, that you're not ready for, or someone wants something with you, but you don't return the feelings, vice versa. It could go in many ways. Your message is actually very layered, but I hope that I translated it well, because there's a lot of scenarios. It's just all in all an individual who's in a different spot than either you are, or you're in a different spot than another individual is, or two people on the outside of you, and you're just going to hear about this, you're going to observe it. If it's not directly connected to you and resonating right directly to you, this could be two people on the outside of you, and you're witnessing this from them. One person who's in a different spot than the other. It doesn't mean one is right or wrong. In some cases they are, and their advice is actually, it would be beneficial to listen to. But in some cases it's just, you could see both sides, and there's really nothing to do here, because you can't rush somebody's free will. But it can be sad, and it can be lonely, Like, I can think of a lot of scenarios, honestly, off the top of my head. Sometimes when I look at certain people who I love very dearly, who are in my family, and I see them struggle with things that maybe I've overcome already, or maybe things I never even did, but it's maybe it's just different than what I did. For y'all who are new here, I used to be an alcoholic, and let's say they're a drug addict. Either way, or I'm hearing like they suffer with pill addiction, or whatever they suffer with, or constantly being in relationships, like a serial dater, whatever it is. It's like, I can think of plenty of scenarios, using myself as an example, where I'm like, man, I know it's your story, and I don't want to say that I know better, because maybe I don't. Maybe this is your story. Maybe this is how things are supposed to be for you. I don't know. I don't have a right to tell you what your life should look like. So let me check myself and deal with my own issues and my own feelings. But at the same time, I do know what life is like on the other side of what you're doing right now. And if you would ever voice that to some of these people, family, friends, whoever, love interest, it may make them angry with you. It may upset them. It may make somebody get in their ego, where they feel like you hurt their feelings a little bit, like you don't accept them, or you're judging them. And it's like, I'm actually doing none of that. I just want you to realize how precious your life is, and that time is not promised. That's what I want. But honestly, maybe it's an opportunity for us to grow too, where we're like, look, it's not for me to want anything specific for you, I guess, because maybe I'm wrong in that, It's like two people here will learn from each other, but it's a very difficult situation, That's why this message was interesting to get out. Yours feels very balanced, though. Like, I don't think it's about who's right, who's wrong here, black, white. This isn't like, it's not like a black and white television. It's like colored vision. Seeing it in many different ways, but also realizing that everyone has free will, and they're having their own process, and you just gotta like love somebody where they're at, even if it doesn't align with what you think would be good for them, or what you want for them, or even what you want for the both of you. Loving someone where they're at, and sometimes loving somebody where they're at means letting them go. And that can be very painful. that can be very painful. Some of you, it's a partner, you know, like people who've been in marriages for a really long time, or even not that long, it doesn't matter, but it's like, you know, I really love you, but I'm ready to move on. I mean, maybe it's not even been that long. Maybe it's been a long time. It doesn't matter. It's just somebody here may be married and maybe with somebody and thinking, you know, we're just not an energetic match. Yes, we have love for each other. Yes, we do have beautiful chemistry at times, but also I know that I'm going to have to walk away from you. And it hurts me. You see why I said this message had me thinking all day? Like, it had me in different energy. I'm like, I don't know how to decipher it, but I think I got it. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.